Traditions for Kat. Today's virtual program is going to be Baking with Catherine. We're going to be making chocolate chip cookie bars, and they're amazing and they're really easy. And I love cookie bars because they take less effort and time than actual chocolate chip cookies, but they're just as good. So let's start off by going over the ingredients. So for the cookies, you will need 1.5 teaspoons of cornstarch. The recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of vanilla, but I have almost a tablespoon here. I always use more. 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 cup of granulated sugar, 1 cup of brown sugar, 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 3/4 of a cup of melted butter. That's 1.5 sticks, and make sure you let it sit for a few minutes. And then 1 egg plus 1 egg yolk. And you'll also need 1 cup of chocolate chips. And then also, if you want, you can have additional chocolate chips ready for the top and sea salt for sprinkling. Okay, so now that we have all of our ingredients ready to go, we're going to start. So the first thing you're going to do is take your flour and put it in a bowl. And then your cornstarch is also going to go in there. And you're also going to add your salt and your baking soda. And then just using a whisk, mix all of that up so that you don't have big chunks of gross baking soda when you're eating. Okay, and then once this is good to go, you feel like it's close enough, you can go ahead and set it aside. And you can use like a spoon or anything you can use for this. I'm going to be using a mixer for this step, but you can definitely use like a regular bowl, and that totally works too. Okay, so to the mixer, we're going to be adding the melted butter, and then both the types of sugar. That was not satisfying. But you can just put that in there. And then our sugar gets added as well. And then you're just going to mix this on low speed until it all binds together. Okay, so it should look something like this at this point, even though that looks really not accurate. Okay, once you're done with that step, you're going to grab the flour that we set aside earlier and add about half into the bowl. And you can drop some like I just did. Oh, dropping even more, that's it. Okay, well it'll taste good. And then mix this at about a medium speed, just until it's combined. You can just scrape down the sides of the bowl. I'm just using a spatula. You can use literally a spoon or whatever you have. Okay. And then you're going to add the rest of your flour. Make sure this time you don't want to drop as much. Just in my case. Now, same thing, medium speed until it's just combined. Okay, so now you have this. It looks delicious, I'm sure it tastes delicious, but I also love to add the chocolate chips. So then you're going to pour in your chocolate chips. And like I said, you can totally do this by hand. And then when I add the chocolate chips though, I'll mix them. And it's totally okay if the chocolate chips don't stick completely to the dough. And you're using melted butter and not regular butter, so it's totally fine. And also, I forgot to mention, if you don't eat eggs or you don't have any in your house, you can use applesauce instead and just use a 1/4 cup per egg. This looks delicious, and we are all in quarantine, so I don't want to get salmonella poisoning from eating this, but okay, just take your paddle off, or if you're in a bowl, you're good to go. Actually, I can just touch the bowl. Move this away, sir. Thank you for your help. Then the recipe calls for a 9-inch pan, which I do not have, so this is just an 8-inch pan with foil, which makes for easy cleanup, which I am always a fan of. Okay, just take your bowl and plunk in your dough. And then you should also have already preheated your oven to 350, which I didn't say, so sorry. But all of the ingredients and the instructions will be down below. If it's on Instagram, it'll be in the bio. The post, or on YouTube, it'll be in the comments. Okay, so now that we're all good to go in here, you can be extra fancy and add extra chocolate chips on top, which I always do, because why not? And you can just sprinkle, I don't know, like as many as you want, basically. I don't really have this part. And then just lightly tap them in with your fingers. Make sure that they're not just like going everywhere. Something crazy. And this recipe is super foolproof. Really, anyone can make these, and everyone should, because in quarantine and with craziness, you just gotta keep up the positivity, keep up the baking, or do whatever to brighten your days of boredom. Or if you're working, kudos to you. And then, if you're also feeling fancy, you can take some extra sea salt and sprinkle it on the top. Kind of gives you a good sweet and salty. So I'm gonna just put this in about half, because to be honest, not everyone likes it, but I think it's really good. And then you're gonna put these delicious cookies in the oven for about 30 to 35 minutes. So I would check them at 30, and then kind of stick a toothpick. Obviously there'll be melty chocolate on it, but if it doesn't look raw or feel raw, then take it off. So I will check back in when they're done and cool. You should probably let them cool about, I would say, unfortunately, like 30 minutes before you eat them, but if you can't wait, just go for it. Okay, so the timer just went off. So these look delicious, but my bet would be not baked. So I'm going to take them out. You can kind of tell if it doesn't poke back up, it's not super done. My trusty dusty toothpick, poke in there, and that's really just chocolate. So I'm gonna pop them back in for like 5 more minutes, just because I'm using a pan that makes them a little bit thicker. And I mean, I do love raw cookies, but I don't want them all to be raw. So I'm gonna chug them back in 5 minutes, and then I'll update you. Okay, so after like 5 more minutes, I took them out of the oven, and they look done. I'm hoping they're done. It's honestly kind of hard to tell, but we're just gonna say that they're done. So I just have them in my pan, and what I'm gonna do is transfer them to a wire rack, like so. This will have them. You can cook them in the pan if you need to, but I just prefer not to. Oh, that was a bad noise, sorry. Okay. Now you can see them. I'm just going to grab the sides of the tin foil, like so. Place them on there. And then they look like, well, you can't see, sorry. Okay. And just put it on the foil. Just put it aside for a minute. And yeah. So this looks delicious. So I'm gonna let it cool for a few minutes, and then I will check back in and see how they taste and cut them. So it's only been probably 10 minutes, maybe not even, since I said to wait 30 minutes, but I personally can't wait, so I just cut into them. This is the one I chose, so I don't know, a little on the undercooked side, but that's kind of what I prefer. So if you want them not to be, you want them like a little more not doughy, then I would cook them a little bit longer. So, I'm gonna try it. I mean, it's delicious. Highly recommend. I took one with the sea salt. Super good. And also if you had like vanilla ice cream, some chocolate sauce, like there's like a lot that you can do with this, and or you can just eat it, and it's delicious. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now so I can go finish my. Oh, that's embarrassing. Okay. Well, thank you for watching. If you made it to the end, I appreciate it, and I hope that this was fun and entertaining. At least somewhat. I had fun making it. Hope you enjoy these, and if you end up making them, tag Kat and Doso, and I would love to see if you try them.